Hello, and welcome back to Out and About in Warner Robins. I'm Ivan Dickson from Graybeard Productions, and I'm here with Montel and Jasmine Powers, who run Studio Powers, as you may see on the back wall there. And I've been working with Jasmine and Montel for several years now, working with their recitals and things that they have at the Civic Center. And they're now moving into a Studio Powers dance company, right? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so our dance company specifically is our competitive program. We do have a recreational side we call the prep. And so our Studio Powers dance company is kind of like the cream of the crop. They are the kids who are here 4 to 5 days a week, working between 15 to 20, 25 hours sometimes, depending. And they're the ones who are the face of Studio Powers. Okay. They represent us when we go on the road, and they're my babies.
Okay, awesome. Well, I know for me, it's been really awesome to see just how your company has really grown. Studio Powers, just to watch. We've done those little videos at the end of each one of your things to say, we are Studio Powers, and man, the amount of kids is it's pretty awesome. So that's great. So can you tell us what sets Studio Powers apart?
Mm-hmm. I think just the hard work, not only the hard work, but the push that each one of our staff members gives to the kids. You know as well as I do that it's a cruel world out here. Mm-hmm. So it's important that our children learn resiliency at a young age.
Yes.
Nothing's handed to any of us. So it's important to understand hard work, but as you're working hard, also be surrounded by people that will encourage you and push you to maximize the potential that's on the inside of you. We talk about potential, but potential is really nothing if it's not pulled out of you. Right. You can't do anything with potential that's not tapped into. So I think that's what sets us apart as Studio Powers.
So in talking about that and that resiliency, what motivates you guys on those days that are maybe more difficult?
Ooh, sometimes there's a lot of difficult days. You have kids who have stuff going on at home, stuff going on with families, school, and we all know how that can be when you're a teenager. But we have difficult days as the adults and as the staff, but the kids have difficult days too. And I think being understanding to that and knowing like, hey, she might be 6, but maybe she woke up on the wrong side of the bed, right? So we've been, especially this year in particular, we've been putting in place a few different team bonding / activities that we do. We do like a journaling assignment every so often where we just pose a question to the kids and they'll sit right in this room, have their own little space, and we'll say, hey, what did you hate about today? Right. Or what was difficult about today? Mm-hmm. Or on the flip side, it might be something positive. What did you love about what you did at the last performance? Right. Or, so just giving them the opportunity to express themselves. I think sometimes, and you can probably relate to this too, when you're growing up, it's not always the easiest to talk to your parents.
Right.
And we get that a lot with our parents. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. They did this because you gave them this advice, or they did this because you said that. And so being that outlet for the kids to allow them a free and a safe environment to openly express themselves to us, and where we can give them advice, give them feedback, pray with them sometimes, just depends on whatever it is that they need. And I think on the difficult days, when it's like, oh, this day I just want to be over, I want to go home, like you think back to those moments and you're like, okay, this is why we do this. Right. This is the assignment that God has given to us. This is why we're placed here. This is our purpose. And we have to walk fully in that. And I think with anything you'd have difficult days, but the overarching goal and the overarching purpose is what makes it all worth it.
Right. And and that's where I think is what's really unique, when you were talking about that you sit in and just have conversations with them. So you're not just a dance studio.
No.
You're just, you are involved in the community. And that's one of the other things that I wanted to say about Studio Powers is, I mean, you're not just out here to teach people to dance. You're about the future of these kids, and I think that's pretty awesome and very admirable. So, so tell me, what has got you excited about this upcoming season for you guys?
I'll let you answer first.
Man, I think this season, this is our 6th competitive season, and even before we haven't even gone to our first competition, but it's already been different. The morale of our team is completely different. It's kind of difficult to explain, but I'll tell you, every day that the kids come in, they are motivated to work hard. And I think even after this last performance that we had at the Civic Center, I think one of the biggest things was we were able to see some mistakes, things that weren't necessarily 100%, but to watch them go even harder after they made those mistakes and not allow those mistakes to cause them to retract. I think that's what has me really excited about this season, because if they're willing and if they're able to be dedicated through those mistakes, the success that they will have, not just in trophies and placing and things of that nature, but their morale and what they feel like when they leave is just unimaginable. So that's what I'm really excited about this season.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a lot of things that I'm excited for.
Number one.
Yeah, number one. Because I'm here, I'm like doing the grind. I'm doing the grind and work with them here.
Right.
Okay, so I think the first thing is we have a lot of newbies this year, and for them to hit the stage, because there's a feeling that comes when you're on the stage, and then there's this like butterfly thing that happens. And then everything kind of goes in slow motion, and it's like, why is the music moving so slow? But it's not really, and it's this whole thing. And so for them to hit the stage and like be successful and be proud of what they've done, at this last performance that you were at with us, they were really proud of themselves, and we had time to reflect on that at our Christmas party after. But that initial time when they hit the stage and it's a brand new feeling, and they come off. And they come out of the door, and all the parents are there to congratulate them, and they're screaming and everything, and just the smiles that they have. I act like I'm really hard in front of them, but I'm not. I'd be crying on the side all the time, just because I'm proud of them. But that's the first thing. I think the second thing I am excited about, that's for the newbies, the veterans, the ones who have been here for years. We have, just as he said, we've been working on their morale and their confidence, because everyone that steps through the door here, they want to dance, obviously. And some of them naturally have the put me in the front of the spotlight, and then some of them are like, yeah, I want to be the best, but I want to do it from back here. And so to be able to pull their character and because there's acting that goes with dancing too, right? But to be able to pull out their different personalities and their different personas and see what they bring to the stage after like solo working with them and things like that. It's amazing to see, it really is. And I think those moments, there are special moments at each competition where there's like sparkles. And you're just like, you just get that chill feeling. And so I think that, and then the last thing I'll say, is the team morale of it all. I think that's a special moment too for this season, is gonna be, because they're so encouraging to each other. And I don't know if you could hear from backstage, but when they are on stage with each other, not everyone's dancing at all the time. And so you can hear the kids from the side stage, come on, you can do it.
And I did hear that.
Yeah.
I did hear that.
And it's just like, wow, okay, so it's, yes, we wanna go, yes, we wanna win the big trophies, yes, we wanna place and all of that. But I think more importantly than that is them knowing and us knowing as a staff that they're putting their best foot forward. And we say it all the time, but leaving no regrets on the stage. Do not leave and say, man, I wish I would have smiled a little harder here, or man, I wish I would have pointed my toe man, I wish I would have pulled up on that pirouette, whatever it may be. But having them lead the stage every single time they go out with no regrets. So I'm excited. Season's always a good time.
Awesome. So, what I can do is we'll put your email address, phone number, we'll put this right here on the screen for you guys. And I'm excited about it, and I think you guys are excited about it. We're going to introduce a little video lets everybody see.
Okay.
The Studio Powers Dance Company, right?
sir. Absolutely.
So I'm excited about that. Thank you guys for giving me a few minutes to talk about Studio Powers. And without further ado, here comes what is the chant? Wait.
Oh, gosh.
Not the chant.
Oh, my gosh. We say, oh, gosh, I'm thinking of last year's chant.
They don't let me in on it. I don't know.
know
I know the end of it is SPDC.
Wait, hold on. It's going to come to me. Oh, man. Okay, so let me just tell you this. So the kids make up, we have like bonding days, and we had like 4 different groups making up different chants.
Yeah.
And this one in particular, it was just a really fun one, and they had the kids like in the middle hyping up the group and all that.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, we about to. Listen, I didn't make it up.
Right.
I just joined it.
Well, I felt the energy in it
Oh, yeah.
when they were chanting. Yeah. And that's sort of where this is going to open at. So without
Absolutely.
further ado, right, here we go, the SPDC Dance Company. Y'all enjoy and take care.